Hi, I'm Alex Mori, and I would just like to thank you here at Jerry Bruckheimer Films for giving me the chance to pitch my script to you. I'm very excited about it. I think you'll enjoy it too. Personally, though, I would just want to say, in addition to being thank you, just thank you for all the great films you made thus far. I grew up on films like Armageddon, Gone in 60 Seconds, Beverly Hills Cop. I love them all. I thought they all had a great balance of comedy and drama within, and it had the dramatic, really crazy moments, but also then it has some lighthearted moments. I just thought it mixed it really well. But you didn't come here to be praised to, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to what I'm here to talk to you about. So the source of my idea originally came from I was creating this character for a college class. Originally, it was kind of like a film noir protagonist type detective character, but then it kind of transformed into this sci-fi bounty hunter space cop type thing. Um, I believe it was because I'd watched this movie called Bounty Killers right beforehand, and it kind of influenced my mind and gave it kind of the idea, and it really turned into this really fantastic thing. I'm really actually quite excited about. So my protagonist, the character that I was making, is known as Connor Batas. He works as a criminal hunter, and he is middle-aged but still really physically fit and an imposing presence, like very big and strong guy. Like I'll take you guys out or whatever. He's known as being very hard-headed, he's intelligent, he's ruthless, he's calculating, and he's withdrawn. So he's the best at what he does also. He's the most skilled bounty hunter in the entire universe at doing what he does. Criminal hunter, I'm sorry. And yeah, now the setting of this universe that our protagonist is in is it's essentially a different universe. There's no Earth in it, uh, but it would be technically what would be technology-wise far into Earth's future. The universe is comprised of multiple inhabited planets, so it's multiple planets all in a grouping together, and these planets are policed by the criminal hunters, which Connor is the best of. Now, the criminal hunters are basically like bounty hunters that are in charge of the law. So it's basically like instead of having police officers, you have individual, these individual people who do what they will with the enemies who are criminals. And then the criminal hunters are in turn policed and assisted by the hunter patrol, who act as kind of like security for them and also allow to move uh, people that they don't kill into custody. So also in this universe, a big part of it is how the intergalactic travel works between like various planets. It's through this thing called the hyperway, which is basically this space freeway essentially, and so it makes it so that it's very effective and it's very cool, and it plays into the plot a lot of car chases, stuff like that on it, and also the plot of the movie will take place over several of these planets. So the inciting incident that causes our very well grounded, very powerful hero to originally go into the madness that is the plot is that basically Connor is grounded by the Brotherhood of Mentors, who act as like they are the controlling government or whatever for which the criminal hunters work for. And so basically what happens is he's made so he can't fly off. He's basically can't go on any missions. He can't go anywhere. He's stuck on the basically essentially the cop station, but it's a planet. But he manages to escape and is basically branded as a danger to society and is being hunted by the law that he chose to serve. So it makes it so that basically everything he knew is turning against him. So what makes Connor forced to do this, or what like really keeps him going, is the fact that Connor, when he was younger, when he was just finishing up his criminal hunter stuff, and he was just finishing at the academy there, he comes home and his entire family is found to be murdered by this like gang war type thing, or like by this gang mastermind basically. And so he basically uses that to commit the rest of his strength to stop crime no matter what and to avenge his family. However, no one has ever found out who actually was in charge of killing his family. So throughout the movie, Connor is basically he finds out various clues that lead to this a criminal mastermind known as the Vice, who's very mysterious and stuff like that. And also he just receives danger at every turn and just seems to be like no one really wants him to follow up on this, and it's just really hard. And also he has the problem of the Hunter Patrol, which is chasing him down because they want to stop him from from just from basically from doing what he's doing because he's basically breaking the law. However, he's actually pursuing higher causes than that. Um, so Connor is he's a lone warrior. I mean, he goes against surmountable odds, ridiculous odds, and he fights through them, and he will push through if he can as hard as he can. He will push himself to the limit in this. Uh, Even when, I mean, to the point where even when he is forced by the mentors to basically become a mentor and train other criminal hunters to take his place, he chooses to defy their laws and to go on to keep stopping crime as opposed to just staying there and doing whatever he's doing. Um, the plot of this is, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of like a science fiction action mystery plot with it's got a few plot twists within that just totally like it will change the direction the plot is heading and will test Connor's commitment to what he's trying to do. I mean, there'll be things where like certain enemies or certain peoples will turn out to be who he doesn't think they are, and they're actually much closer or much farther away than he, or friendlies are much farther away than he thought they were. So it's kind of complex, and I think it'll be really interesting. And for the marketability potential, because I know this is very important, um, this could very well be from the way I built it. It is very well based on this, but it is like a universe as expansive and as marketable as like the Star Wars universe. It is just really big and really rich, and I created this really dense environment, and there were like a lot of different stuff could happen. It definitely has sequel potential because of so much stuff that could be going on. I mean, just beyond the criminal hunters, beyond this one particular character. And I mean, this plot is a major action story. I mean, it's got sword fights, gun fights, car chases. I mean, intrigue, mystery. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff going for it. It's really got a lot. It's really interesting, and yeah, and like it's really two films that would be kind of similar to. It kind of has like a similar tone to like the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight saga. So it's very like gruff and dark and kind of grounded in reality. It's science fiction. It's really sciency, and then but also it's like the Star Wars saga universe where it's also very expansive and a lot of stuff happening and there's a lot of space politics. But I mean, we're not gonna go into that too much. Um, and so the story is called Criminal Hunters: The Search for Truth. And do you guys have any questions, or would you like me to send you a copy of this script? Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.